Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome in if you are new here. Today is a very exciting day. Me and my little dog Jax, who's currently waiting to be strapped into his little car seat in the car, are actually heading out on a very exciting road trip. We are actually going to spend a day in the life of my grandma's shoes over in Chesterfield, which is so exciting to me. I have forever dreamt of going over to Chesterfield and seeing how my nan's youth used to look. Now, my nan was actually born and raised in Chesterfield. She spent all of her childhood years, all of her teenage years over in Chesterfield, and there are so many places that I've always wanted to visit, and I've always made such a long list of some of the places over there, like tourist spots that I need to go and visit and just see how my nan's life kind of looked over there. So it's very exciting that we're actually heading out today. And I've forever been waiting for the day that just felt right to take myself over there. And today is just the most beautifulest day ever. Like the sun is just absolutely gorgeous. Like it is honestly like a little spring day. And I just felt like today was the perfect time to go and visit one of my nan's hometown. So yeah, I thought I could bring you along with us. I have forever written like a list of places I want to go and visit, and my nan has always talked about some of these places, one being the Crooked Spire, which we're heading to first, which is a church with a crooked spire on the top. I want to go and visit her hometown in Whittington. I think it's Old Whittington she used to live in, but she's actually given me the full address of where her mum and dad used to live. And obviously I am going to fully protect the street and the area that she grew up in, because obviously they don't live there anymore, they have passed now. But obviously I do want to go and have a look at the house that she grew up in, which is so special and exciting to me. I want to go and have a look at like her local post office and the school that she went to, which was actually called the Violet Markham School. I don't know if any of you guys know that school, but it recently got changed over and changed its name to a different school now. So we're going to go head over there and see what life looks like, and I thought you guys could come along with us. I'm just going to get Jack strapped in and ready to leave, because we do have quite a long journey, so we are going to make a couple of stop-offs on the way for like drink breaks and little walkies breaks. But yeah, we're heading off, so I'll see you when we get there. We've literally just arrived, which is so exciting. We are currently parked in St Mary's Gate car park, which is directly opposite the Crooked Spire. Now this is the first time I've seen it, and oh my goodness, the moment I saw it I know exactly what my nan means by it literally has a crooked spire. It is such a feature to this area. It is so beautiful, and I've always been quite a touristy person anyway, so anything like this I absolutely love. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a walk across the road, and we're going to go straight across to the parish church to have a look. And yeah, I'll bring you along with us, but I'm just downloading the parking app at the moment because I actually don't have the Ringo parking app on my phone. So I'm just getting that, and then I'm just going to pay on my phone just to save any hassle with leaving Jack's. Oh, here we go, it's downloaded now. Another thing as well, like I am just not used to driving around the country roads like this. Like I just don't have hills at home or anything like that, and the one thing that I would say is there is just so many acres of land and it's beautiful, but they make the roads thin enough for a scooter and not enough for two cars. Like it is just wild trying to drive around the countryside here and safely without hitting other cars. Like it is crazy. I'm just not used to that kind of lifestyle of driving. Once I actually came into the town centre of Chesterfield, it is much different to that. Like it is actually just like a town city vibe anyway. It's very busy on the roads, I have to admit, but it is really pretty. Like I have to say, everything is quite outdated here, which is crazy. I thought everything would be quite like modern and I don't know, just updated a little bit more, but it's all still very old school. Like this type of building, for example, that's very old school to me, and I love stuff like that because it's just not something you see on the everyday. So guys, this is the Crooked Spire. Honestly, look how beautiful that is. It is such a feature here, and yeah, it's called the St Mary All Saints Parish Church. But oh my goodness, look at the top, it is absolutely crazy. And yeah, I can completely understand why my nan called it the Crooked Spire now, and why everybody also calls it that too. I can't believe how sunny and beautiful the weather is today. Like it has actually made our trip just that little bit more exciting. But yeah, look how cool it is. I just absolutely love it, and it feels so special to be here knowing that this was my nan's hometown and this is where she like grew up and spent all of her youth. Yeah, it just feels really special to be here. But here is Jax having a great time in Chesterfield for the first time. Guys, look how beautiful it is. I honestly am just mind blown. It looks like in this little area as well, they also have a parish centre coffee shop, which is pretty cute. But yeah, we're going to walk up to the little parish church now and have a little look. But yeah, it is like proper central to the road and the area. It's just absolutely beautiful here. Honestly, I think these are little daffodils that they're growing. How beautiful. Oh, I bet it looks so pretty here in the summer. And you can tell that they've really looked after like the grounds here, which is so lovely to see. My nan said she used to come up here with like her school friends, and she met Arthur here, which is her husband, which is my granddad. And they used to meet up here like after school and stuff, which is really cool. So I think this is their like little meet up point. But just imagine like my nan and granddad just being here when they were younger, and just knowing that their granddaughter is also doing the same thing now. It just feels so special. Like I actually feel a little bit emotional, not gonna lie. They have these like little engravings on the floor as well. I don't know if anybody could help me know what all these mean, or whether they're little like gravestones or just like memorable or stones. I'm not exactly sure, but it's really special to see these. There's also like a handprint on the wall here as well. I don't know how long this has been here for, but that's pretty cool to see. But yeah, the door is incredible. Like it just looks so old school and like traditional. And oh, there's a little peephole. I wonder if we can see anything through. Can you guys see anything through there? Probably not. Jax is having a great time on the little grounds, aren't you, mate? They've even got like the stained glass windows in here as well. I bet it's so pretty inside. I don't actually know if you can still go inside here. I'm guessing you can. I mean, this door doesn't seem very open to me, but it does look like there's lights inside, so maybe you can. Can you? No, definitely not. Jax is just currently sat on the bench. We're just having a little sit down, aren't we? We just came across this bench and it says Chesterfield Parish Church Anniversary 1200s to 1984, which is just crazy to think of. We got an incredible shot and view of the crooked spire from here, which is just crazy. I just think it's absolutely stunning, the whole thing. I think it helps as well that it's a beautiful day, but I've just seen you can go inside, so I don't know whether it's worth just taking a look inside. I don't know if dogs are welcome or not, but we're gonna have a little wander up and see if we're allowed to go in. Oh, so it even says that on here, welcome to Chesterfield Parish Church, famous for the unique and unusual crooked spire that sits on the skyline like a question mark, but how did it happen? Oh, so this is like the history of the church. That's crazy. I do wonder if dogs are allowed. Let's just have a look on this sign here, Jax. Let's see. It doesn't say much about no dogs on there. Seems a little busy inside, so I think I'm just going to drop Jaxie off at the car just for 2 minutes while I have a little wander in, and then come and collect him again, just because I don't want him to feel anxious in there. He's quite an anxious little doggy, and if it's a little bit busy, I just think it'll be a little bit uncomfortable for him. So I'm just going to pop him in the car with the windows open just for 2 minutes. I'm going to pop across, have a little look in, and then we'll come back out on our little walk. But yeah, it's so cute here. I've come into the church. Oh my goodness. It's absolutely breathtaking in here. What a gorgeous, elegant little place. There's even got some candles lit. Wow. Stuff like this just takes my breath away completely. Absolutely incredible. That is so cool. It's also crazy to think that my nan probably came in here and did a couple of services when she was younger, and yeah, it just feels really special to be in here. There's so many cool things. Wow. Such a beautiful church. I love the stained glass windows at the top. Here's some of the information here. I literally love this. That is so beautiful. I would love to study all the history of this church because it just seems so beautiful. I love how everything is just like kept the same, like nothing has really changed. Absolutely incredible. So I believe this is where they do like the private prayers and meditations in here from what I've read. But yeah, it's so quiet and airy in here, but it's beautiful. It's so quiet in here. I like that because it gives it that eerie effect to like how a church should be. It's really respectful, and I just think it's beautiful in here. For me, there's something about stained glass windows which will just always hold like such a heavy, loving place in my heart. Like, it's just so comforting to me, and I think it's because we spent a lot of time like in the church when we were younger, and yeah, wow, it's absolutely amazing in here. Wow, it's breathtaking. I do wonder if my nan came in here for her services, or whether she just popped in with Grandad sometimes. It's just amazing to think that I'm literally walking the same path as my nan would have done in her childhood. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. This is just incredible. What a place. Look at some of these really old photographs of the Crooked Spire church. And I'm guessing this is how it used to look back in the day. And probably how my nan remembered it as well. I just love that they haven't changed anything about it and kept the structure the exact same. Absolutely incredible. There's something about like the old school black and white photographs which is just something that reminds me so much of my nan and her time. Yeah, what a beautiful church and what a beautiful place this is. I'm so pleased I came. Such a large church as well. Absolutely beautiful. But this church wasn't actually where my nan got married, but she did come here for services and spent a lot of her time here, which is so special. But yeah, that was amazing to be able to come and experience that and be in the life of my nan. Wow, that just absolutely took my breath away. I feel so beyond lucky that I've been able to do that, and yeah, it feels really special to have, I don't know, just that moment in there. That was absolutely beautiful. Wow. Oh my goodness, the view of the church from here is absolutely sensational. Like, I honestly, I'm just so speechless with this place. I've also just come to the back as well and seen that there's loads of the headstones over here that have all been piled up, so I'm guessing they were from the past. Obviously, I'm not going to film too much of those because it is a little bit disrespectful to be filming obviously like the headstones and stuff, but wow, I honestly feel just a little bit overwhelmed right now, and it feels really, really, really special, and that's all I can say. Like, wow, it's a beautiful church both in and out, and yeah, I wasn't expecting to be able to go inside today, so it was really cool that I've been able to do that. So right, let's go back to the car and get my little Jax, and I think next we'll stop off at maybe the dancing hall or maybe her mum's hometown. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll have a little look in the car at the next location we can go to. So ticked off my list is the Crooked Spire, so the parish church, which is here. That is absolutely incredible, and I feel so lucky that I've been able to see it. Look at the view from where I'm like currently parked. I don't think I could have picked a more perfect car parking space than this one. Like, you can really see how crooked it is from here. What an incredible place, and yeah, that was just so special. The next place is on my list is the Violet Markham School, which was actually closed in 1990, and it has been now reopened as a new school called the New Bold School on Highfield Lane. So I think we'll go and take a look there, because her hometown was very much Whittington, which I know is like a little bit further out of Chesterfield. So let's go take a look at the New Bold School, which was the Violet Markham, and let's see if there's anywhere to park around there. So I've just arrived at the school. So the school is now actually called the Newbold Academy in Chesterfield, but it was called the Violet Markham School in Chesterfield. Now I've just found some really old pictures of it just to compare like what it used to look like when my nan was there compared to like how they've changed it now. And it is a shame that they have changed it into more of a modern style building than keeping it the same. But obviously I'm understanding it was more like the structure of the building that they couldn't keep for like health and safety reasons. But this is what the school used to look like. So here is what the school used to look like with the logo on it, and then this was like one of the sides of the building, which obviously was very blue and lots of windows, and yeah, very old school. And then this was the badge, so I'm guessing it was just a school for girls then, understanding from this little logo here. Let's see how different it compares to those pictures there. There's like a massive like school playing field here as well, which is really cool, and I'm guessing they still had these grounds when my nan was here. They literally have like all of these fields here, which I'm guessing is for like the school, for like the school sports and like the clubs and the community events and stuff. But I do think they have a massive field over there that you can just like wander around in, so me and Jack's are going to take a little look. But first I'm going to show you the school. So yeah, this is what the school looks like now. Wow, I mean, so incredibly different to what it looked like when my nan was here. And they have some incredible grounds over there, like the views are insane. But yeah, so that is what the school looks like now. So yeah, different name, different building. I'm guessing some of it is probably still the same, and they probably have a lot of history inside still, but yeah, very, very different. But let's go take a closer look. I have to say though, I don't think I could have picked a better day this year to come and have a wander around Chesterfield, because it is absolutely beautiful, and I think it really gives the proper picture of what it looks like here. But yeah, the grounds are absolutely incredible. The actual sports grounds are actually incredible, like they're really big. What an asset to the school that is. I do wonder like if they were still similar to this when Nan was here or not. I'll have to ask her some questions on that. And the most amazing thing about my nan and her dementia diagnosis is that she has never really forgotten the past. It's very much the here and now that she forgets. So if you had any questions on like her school and how it looked and how it used to run, she would tell you every fine and minor detail. Like, it's actually incredible. So yeah, this is the school a little bit closer up. Actually can't believe how different that looks. What a gorgeous building that is. And it's crazy to think my nan went to school here. Yeah, this is what it's called now, the Students First Outward Academy Newbold. So yeah, that is crazy. I wonder why they changed the name of the school, to be quite honest, but I do love that they still have like the colours of like the violet and the purple here. But yeah, absolutely incredible. And I don't know if you can see, but just outside the school there is absolutely incredible like view at the back. It's just absolutely stunning. But yeah, the school like stretches out all over the back as well, so it is an absolutely massive school with a huge car park and fields of sport fields as well. So yeah, absolutely incredible. It was really cool to see that. Now I do wonder how my nan travelled to school back in the day, whether it was a bus or she walked, or whether like her parents drove her. I have no idea, and those are definitely questions that I've never really had come to mind until I've actually come here and thought, I wonder how far her home is to this school right here. So those are all questions that I can still ask her while she is still alive. So I do feel really lucky that I still have my nan here to ask those questions too, and that I've come here before my nan obviously is still alive and stuff. This is the school in the back. As you can see, it's a massive school, which is just crazy. So I just had a little look at the list of the home places that my nan lived around here, and one of them that came to mind was 26 Devonshire Street. Now this is where she lived with her mum and dad, and one of the homes that she had with them. So let's go take a look at that little area, and it does say it's about a 7-minute car ride, and I do wonder how long that would actually take to walk. Let's see. So walking would be a 44-minute walk, so I do wonder whether she did walk that or whether she did just get the car or the bus. It would be interesting to know back in those days whether they had availability to those things right back when my nan was young and at school age sort of thing. But let's go take a look at this little street and see what it's like. Okay, so I just found the area where my nan was. I think this is the home that she was born into and lived here for numerous amount of years. And I've just drove past her house, and oh my goodness, it's like right on the main road. It's the most gorgeous little cottagey type house ever for this little area. So this is in the New Brimington area, if anybody knows Chesterfield pretty well. I do believe it's close to Old Whittington, which is, I think, the like village kind of thing next to it. But yeah, so this is 26 Devonshire Street, which will be crazy to think and know if anybody does actually live in this property that watches my videos. How crazy would that be? And obviously I'm going to fully respect the fact that people are living in these homes and not film and document anything close up or anything like that. So yeah, let's go take a little walk down, have a little look around the area of her childhood. And I'm just going to document all of these little streets here so I can speak to my nan about it. So there's one here called the Coronation Road and Foljambe Road, and all of those types of roads that I can speak to my nan about and see if she recognises them. There's also this one here, Station Road, which is very close to where Nan's home is. So these are all things that I can mention to her on our next little visit, but it's really cute around here. So from what I've seen on the maps, I believe it is this beige house here, the first one on the left as we come up. But yeah, there's not much path around here, which is crazy. Obviously there is on the other side, but yeah, it's on like a very small little windy road. So yeah, here is the sign, Devonshire Street. So I believe all of this street here and on the other side as well is Devonshire Street. And then this house here on the corner, this little beige creamy building right there, is number 26. This is where my nan was born into that home and raised from a baby into her childhood, which is crazy. There is also a tavern on the corner as well called the Ark Tavern, and I do wonder if that was like a tavern or a pub or a restaurant back in the day. So yeah, on the maps it doesn't actually say what this building is here, but I do believe it's like loads of little apartments. I'm not exactly sure, but it is right behind my nan's house. But there's loads of signs here which makes me think it's loads of like little apartments. But yeah, this is my nan's house here, which is so crazy to see. Right here, this little house here. So I do wonder if they did have a car, I wonder where they parked their car here, whether it was this little car park at the back. But yeah, really special to be able to come and see her little childhood town. Oh wow, there's like a massive park. Oh my gosh, let's take Jackson here and have a little walk. Something that you may or may not know about me, but I absolutely love traveling and exploring and finding new places. So it's really special to be here and to be able to explore like my nan's hometown. And I do wonder if this was a park that she went into back in the day, whether it was fields or park, I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, I can ask her all of these things next time I see her. It is an absolutely massive park, and it is literally only a 1-2 minute walk from my nan's house. So yeah, really, really cool. And they've actually built a park on it and like a football pitch, a basketball pitch and all sorts like that. So yeah, really cool. Okay, so that park is called Thistle Park. So I'll have to jot that down next time I see my nan and see if she remembers the name of that or whether it has changed name since back in the day, whether it even had a name, who exactly knows. But we're going to walk back to the car now, and then we're going to go and visit her other home that she grew up in when she was younger. This is another home that she mentioned to us in Whittington, so we're going to go and take a look there because it's only like a 7-minute drive from this one, so pretty close. But yeah, just for location wise, that building right there, the little cream building, is my nan's first home when she was born, and this is literally the park right there, so the proximity is very, very close. Another thing as well about coming to visit now is that when obviously I do go and see her and she speaks about her hometown again, I can talk about all the things that I've seen, like the colour of the brick of a house and all those things that like they never had photographs for, that now I can like speak to her about and be able to know like whether our home had a back garden and the playing field and the pub next to it, that those are all things that she may have forgotten about that I can re-spark that memory for. Yeah, it's really special. Wow, that's such a big house as well. Okay, I've just pulled up to another one of my nan's homes. Now, looking on my nan's wedding certificate, she was actually living at the other property that we just first visited when she was married. So I can't quite work out if this new home here on Gypsy Lane, it's number 56 Gypsy Lane in Whittington, whether this one was the one that she first moved into with Arthur, which is her husband, after they were married, or whether this was her like sister's house. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm not going to film too much of this area because there are some ring doorbells down here, and obviously I don't want to get into trouble with filming areas like this. But this is her house. This was her house right here, this one, and then this is the area. So yeah, it feels really, really special to be here again. As I've been saying on this whole vlog, I think it all just feels really special, and yeah, it's nice to just drive around her little hometown and see what's here. And it's really sparked like quite a lot of questions for me, which hopefully might spark her memory up a little bit as well, with like some of the past memories of her life. And yeah, really special to be here. Now, the last place that I want to visit is actually the dancing school where she met Arthur, and it was called Bradbury Hall. Now, I do actually believe it is still called the Bradbury Hall, but I don't think it's actually used as a dancing hall anymore. I'm not sure if it's like apartments or whether it got demolished. I'm not exactly sure, but we're going to go to where it is on the maps because it does still say it's on here. It's a 12-minute drive. Let's see where it is. Okay, so the Bradbury Hall is actually back in Chesterfield, and at the moment we're in Old Whittington. So let's see if we can find the parish church here first, and then we'll take a drive up to Bradbury Hall before we go back home. Oh, there's quite a lot, you know. I don't really know. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to get the finer details on that one to be able to see which church that was that she got married at. But Bradbury Hall is actually where my nan used to take really old school dance classes, where like you'd go as a couple, and yeah, it was really, really special. My nan used to talk about this and still does talk about this with her full heart all the time, so it'll be really special to visit her. This is where she met Arthur, which is her husband, and this is where she spent a lot of time with Arthur. So let's go have a look. This will be really special to me to go and visit, and yeah, 12 minutes, so we'll see you there. look at the crooked spire from this angle. That is crazy. Look how crooked that is. Wow. You don't actually realise until you see it at certain angles like that how crooked it actually is. Look at it from this angle. Oh my goodness me. It's actually quite creepy. It reminds me of Harry Potter a little bit. It's very Harry Potter vibes. So I've just pulled up to the Bradbury Hall, which I thought was still a nightclub, which is where my nan and granddad used to go dance classes and dancing together. I think it was like free dancing. Yeah, which is not a nightclub anymore. It's actually hundreds of apartments. Like, look at this. This is not what it used to look like. Oh my goodness me. So I've just done a little bit of research, and this is what the Bradbury Hall used to look like. So it gives me very much like old school pub dance hall vibe. So that was the nightclub. So yeah, it's not a nightclub anymore, and actually from doing a little bit of research in the car, it looks like it was converted into flats in the early 2000s, which, oh gosh, it was still a dance hall for quite a while then, but it has been used for various purposes over the years. Apparently it underwent redevelopment as part of a broader regeneration effort in the area, but the transformation is now residential flats. So that's crazy to think that this is now really modern day set of flats and apartments, and yeah, definitely not what my nan would expect. And I think she'd be very shocked if she knew that it's still not the nightclub that she still thinks she attends to, and it's actually hundreds of different versions of flats in a very modern styled building as well. Like, it's actually beautiful. It reminds me very much of like a university. Yeah, wow, what a fun little adventure we've been on today. And I feel like there's still so many different locations and places that I want to visit in Chesterfield, but it's been a little bit overwhelming. And to be quite honest, as I was driving to excuse me, the Bradbury Hall, I felt a little bit overwhelmed, and I was like getting anxiety a little bit in the car, and I thought I was going to have an anxiety attack when I pulled up, which is really strange. But I think it's just been quite an overwhelming day for me and quite over emotional, and yeah, it's been a lot to take in one day. So I think what I might need to do is come back and maybe look at some other places. Maybe some of you guys have some recommendations of some like really cool things to see over here, like tourist location spots and bits like that, because I love traveling, especially to the places where are really special to my nan as well. So yeah, really fun day out. So that is us signing off. Say bye, Jax. That was a nice little road trip, wasn't it? We've had a fun time, and we're going to set off back home now. So hopefully the traffic isn't too bad on the way back. It's currently 3 o'clock, so hopefully we might just miss the school traffic and all the rest of the chaotic traffic, because Chesterfield is actually way more busier than I thought. And actually, you know what surprised me the most about Chesterfield was it's very city-like. I just didn't think it was like this at all, whether it wasn't back in the day and it is now, I'm not sure. But yeah, there's everything here. There's so many retail parks, there's so many shops, and I just didn't realise it was such a heavy city like it is. I thought it was very like, everything was rural and everything was just all over the place in this like hilly countryside. Like, some of the roads that I drove up and down to get here were just unbelievable. Like, I actually can't believe that they're made for 2 cars, because I don't even think I could get a scooter down it. It was crazy. I thought I was gonna have to tip the car on its side and go on 2 wheels on some of these roads, because yeah, terrifying. How do you drive around here in these 4x4s and big massive cars? I mean, my car's not even that big and I was struggling. But yeah, all the land that they have, the acres of land and fields and grass, and yeah, and they make the roads like this then, it just, oh, it had me laughing on the way here. But we're gonna head off back home now. So thank you so much as always for being here. It really does mean so much. But thank you for spending the day with us. Every like, comment and subscription really does push our channel to get in the awareness that we need, and we're trying to get for dementia. So yeah, amazing. But that is me signing off for the day. Thank you so much for coming around Chesterfield with me in the shoes of my nan in her childhood. It's been really special, and yeah, I feel really fortunate to be able to do something like this at the age that I am as well. So yeah, really lucky girl. So yeah, we're gonna head off back home now, me and Jax, and probably finish off our walk on the way back, as we do take a couple of stops on the way back home, because it is quite a long journey for us. And I'll most likely see you guys in our next YouTube video, which will be with my nan. So take care everybody, give yourself a massive hug as always, you deserve it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone.